What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 44 of the LARNE project. And today, there's a bit of a sense of deja vu. It's going to be another double header, as it was yesterday, which if you missed, obviously go watch that episode. Today, Manchester United away from home this time in the Europa League, and following on from that, we have Crusaders in the County Antrim Shield final. That is a mouthful. So yes, two big games for us. Since you were last here, just the one fixture played. It was against Dungan Swifts. They're bottom of the league. We played our rotated team, and a 3-0 win is what we got. Steve Pestridge opening up the goal scoring, playing out on the left-hand side. A little bit unusual here. Pestridge, of course, has kind of traditionally been the backup striker, but with Paul O'Connor being dropped kind of out the first team with Lil coming in on the left-hand side and Wright playing up front. I played O'Connor up front this game and Pestridge out on the left-hand side cutting in on his right foot, which kind of worked for us. Anyway, you can see Paul O'Connor rounding up the goals, and well, Glenn Dining did get a really good goal in this game. You might notice, unusual player of the match, it was the Cyborg, the Swedish man himself, who's been improving a hell of a lot in training. Really hoping that this guy can just kick on and keep improving like he has been. So far in the league, you can see a 7.5 rating. In the County Antrim Shield, a 8.45. And of course, with us having the final of the County Antrim Shield coming up, as I kind of alluded to, I think we're going to do this game with our rotated team. We're going to give a chance for some players who don't normally shine in live comms to show you guys what they can do. But anyway, before we go into that, it is Europa League time. We take on Manchester United today. Just in the last episode, of course, where we lost 5-1 to Manchester United, Lille only won 2-1. So right now, if the league or the group was just to end, Lille would go through on goal difference. Of course, we drew against them previously. Realistically, I don't expect us to get a result here against Manchester United, but if Lille were to beat Le Goretz in this game, it would mean we have a bit of a tall order to try and get second in the group and get out. But we're going to try and upset the apple cart today. We're going to try and play on the front foot. We're going to try and play the attacking football that we're known for. Of course, it didn't really work out last time out. We did get hit on the counter very frequently. However, I'm hoping that we have learnt from our mistakes. And I'm hoping actually in this game, with Manchester United being the team at home, they might play a little less counter-attacking, because that was really where we got punished last time out. Of course, being away from home this time, I expect them to play more positive football. Looking at their team, there's a little bit of rotation in there. They've got a region here, Aiden Lowe, in the side. He doesn't look like anything special, so maybe we can look to punish him. They've also got Brooks in the midfield, but the rest of their team is pretty strong. Obviously for us, our team is pretty much what you'd come to expect here. I kind of talked about it last episode, but despite the fact that we did lose 5-1, I feel like we actually gave them a pretty good game. It's one thing that I always have as kind of an attitude in FM. I don't like to play defensive. I like to always try and play our positive brand of football, even in a game with seemingly impossible odds like this. So anyway, let's get into this. This is a huge game for us. One thing I didn't talk about last episode, it completely slipped my mind to be honest, is that when we played Manchester United previously, we had 17,000 fans turn up for the game. The previous record for the club was about 10,000. And we made gate receipts of £250,000 off that game. So that was absolutely tremendous. Obviously, hopefully, we can match that in the coming years with some more big games at Windsor Park. And, well, hopefully one day our own expanded stadium. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Martial down the left-hand side. Whips the ball in. Alexis Sanchez there, but we deal with it well. Robinson back in the team, you might notice, at right back. Might be a little bit harsh, obviously, to drop... oh, gosh, the name's gone from my head. The Welsh lad who we have at right back. How can I not remember his name? It's escaped me. But I feel like with our current right back, it's just a little bit better defensively. Anyway, great save there by Jared Thompson whilst I was talking away. We've got another set piece, though, to deal with here. Whipped in. Luke Shaw, free header. Might be a little bit of a let-off, that one. Immediately into another highlight. Not a particularly great sign. Looks like United kind of winning to press high up the pitch with their two strikers, and that's not really allowing us to play it from the back. But, well, we're going to try and do something here. Jim Meister, don't give away the ball, Jim. No nonsense. Over the top. Of course, they've got that one slightly weaker centre-back. I'm hoping we can maybe capitalise on that. Keep an eye on him. The left centre-back who I just failed to click repeatedly. Right, Kieran. No nonsense here. No nonsense. I was worried he was just going to kick it straight into the face of the attacker there. I'm sure you guys have seen that in FM19 in your own games. Martial bait bursts through. Chong puts it wide. United look pretty good so far. I'm gonna go shouty at the players. I've accidentally clicked on an advertising hoarding for Games Aid whilst in that menu. Thank you, FM, for the clickable hoardings. You can turn that off in your settings. I'm not sure why I don't have it turned off. I guess occasionally when they advertise a gig, I want to click on it. Anyway, the tickets that I've got for this gig here, not particularly great seats as we see ourselves go 1-0 down. Chong with the ball in and Alexis Sanchez, free header. You'd have to say it's been coming. Kane, not the most convincing of headers there. Is that Pestridge back? No, it's Lille. Of course, Pestridge not starting today on the left-hand side. I wonder if Lille could have done a little bit better there. Either way, United 1 goal to the good. We have it all to do, and they're straight into another highlight. It's relentless at the moment. We've had so many early on in this game. This could easily turn into a long episode with this double header if there's going to be as much action as this. I'm hoping we're going to see some more down the other end. It's right through. Finish that! In games where you don't get many chances, a gift like that has to hit the target from Justin Wright. Lille, on the other hand, are spanking Ludogorets, which isn't great for us. Of course, United, I think if they win against us here, they go through as group winners. Or certainly I think they are through the group. That would mean that in their remaining 2 games against Ludogorets and Lille, they might just play slightly weakened teams, which obviously would be a massive disadvantage to us as the team who have already played them twice. Can't really complain too much about that, but that's definitely something worth being aware of. Anyway, we've got a chance here. Bannon goes wide to Robinson. It's still only a 1-goal game despite all the chances on our goal. Can we make something happen here? Jim Meister to Morrison. Still trying to pass it around, but the high press is there. Martial wins it. What a save and what a block that is. A little bit fortuitous, I guess you would argue. But we kind of have made it work. I want to change a team instruction here. I don't want us to play it out the back or work it into the box or even go shorter with the passing. I want us to get the ball up the pitch quickly and not distribute it to centre-backs. Because at the moment, we're shooting ourselves in the foot with that. I still want us to try and control the game if we can a little bit. With me going more direct, I'm kind of tempted just to go to balance instead of positive. One late set piece here, maybe for us to try and defend. It would be a cruel blow to concede another here. Sanchez, though, he's going to deal the cruel blow. It's his second of the game. Excuse me. It comes 8 minutes, or 8 seconds rather, before the half-time whistle. Just didn't really deal with a set piece. It's a good initial header. But then we just, I mean, who is that there? I want to name and shame them. I think it's probably, I thought it was going to be right. It's actually Bannon there. Glenn Dining sat on the bench saying, boss, I would have closed down in that situation. I would have put in the shift for the team. I mean, 2-0 is not terrible, even though I'm telling the players it's terrible. It could be worse. You can see here right on an 8.2. You know what? I'm going to bring in O'Connor, and I'm also going to take off Bannon and bring in Glenn Dining. We're going to go with the double change at half-time. We've really not got anything to lose in this game. We are a team who, let's be honest, we go to Old Trafford. If we don't concede 4, I consider it a success. I'd love to score 1 here. That's got to be one of the aims here. Concede less than 4, score 1. I'm a simple man. They're the outlines for the second half. And while we've got a chance, maybe immediately frame. Digson hits the woodwork. O'Connor. That was a weird bounce off the crossbar. A very weird bounce. I'm going to cancel the pending changes. We're going to stick with what we're doing for now. It's 2-1. I mean, that is the response we wanted to start the second half. I'm confused. I feel like the spin on Dixon's shot caused a very, very weird bounce off the post here. And while O'Connor was the first to react, tucks it away on off the bench, 20 seconds to have an impact. And we get to watch it again here. Was he offside? I don't think he was. He wasn't even close. I'm not even sure why we're being shown that. Calabria's now picked up a knock. They've been fired up by their team talk. We're going to try and replicate it with our own team talk. Brooks here, whipping in the ball. Chong off the woodwork. That'll do, Dixon. That will do. Right, I am actually going to make the team instruction change of dropping deeper. We're not going to try and prevent their goalkeeper from, from passing it short. We don't want to press that high. I'm also going to tell the players we need to counter a little bit more here when we can. When we do win the ball, try and work it up the pitch a little bit quicker than we would normally. Brooks here with a chance. Pulls it to the edge of the box. Chong hits it. I mean, that was a big good, wasn't it? There's some times where I feel like in the past we've been able to blame Jared Thompson in goal. Don't think we can blame him there for that goal. Brooks with the ball to the edge of the box. Chong, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3rd touch, gets down on her feet. Straight into the top bins. Yeah, no chance. Can't fault the keeper one little bit for that one. That is a outstanding finish, it has to be said. 20 minutes left. Sanchez is injured. We've done something good maybe, although I guess indirectly we're kind of screwing ourselves over by injuring a player who we might want to be available for them. Let's bring in Pestridge at inside forward on the left. At this point, we might as well stick him on attack as well. We need 2 goals. Goal difference could be a factor against Lille, but I'm not concerned about that. I feel like the way things are going, Lille beating Ludogorets 3-0. We're gonna have to beat Lille on the night and not rely on goal difference at all. 2 great blocks there, Brooks. Okay, hold the phone. I said about the fact we can't blame Thompson for the last goal. We can 100% blame him for this goal. Just watch him. Just watch the goalkeeper. I don't like to get annoyed at little things in FM. I'm going to get annoyed at this. Just what? He doesn't move from this point. It's not great, is it? Not great by the goalkeeper. Sometimes I can hack it and go, oh, it's an animation bug. You know, he's tried to get there. The 3D mapping of the 2D actual match engine isn't quite there. That's not even that. That's just the keeper's AI failing to pick up the fact there's a shot coming in for whatever reason. And they score again. I mean, at least he tried to get to that one. I mean, I said at half-time, score 1, concede less than 4. 1 out of 2 ain't bad, I guess. I don't want to watch it again. It was a scrappy goal. It wasn't even good. Kieran Kane on a 6.0 rating is not ideal. Brooks. I mean, Jared, catch the ball, my son. Maybe 1 chance here for Frame. Can he get us a second? He can't. He hits the side netting. I mean, it's the closest we've come since we've scored. I mean, at the end of the day, not quite on the level of performance that we did last time, but at least we're consistent in our games against Manchester United. We're consistently losing 5-1, you know? We can take solace from that, maybe. I haven't seen the score in the Lille game. I'm going to assume that they've won comfortably. You'd expect them to against Ludogorets. Of course, they were already winning by a big margin. So unless there was the comeback of a century, we are going to need to beat Lille and beat Ludogorets in our last 2 games of the group stage, which is going to be a tall order. Lille, how did they get on? They won 5-1. So yeah, pressure on us now to go and get a result against Ludogorets. See how we get on in that. That's actually a little way away. Of course, that'll be next episode. We have still got the cup final, though, to look forward to here. I don't want to read what Sarri's had to say about me today. I feel like he's just throwing shade in my direction. But yes, 5-1 again. So, yeah, next... well, in just a second, we're going to take on Crusaders. Next episode, it'll be the game against Ludogorets. And then after that, it'll be the game against Lille, which could well be the decider, depending obviously on the Ludogorets game. If we were to lose that, we probably won't cover the Lille game because it'll have no significance whatsoever. But anyway, let's get forward in time. We've got to go forward just under a week. Counter-Antrim Shield final. Crusaders, a team who have caused us problems in the past. Hopefully, those problems are in the past and we can get a good result against them. It's not going to be easy. 3rd best team in the nation. Yeah, let's see how we get on against them. Okay guys, so we're back here for the second game of today's episode. Since you were last here, just the 1 game played. It was against the team on screen, Ballymena. I did contemplate doing this game live against them because they were top of the league at the time of us playing them. But they are a team who are, I think, overperforming this year. I felt confident we could get a win against them. We've not had many problems against them like we have against Crusaders, who have upset us in a cup final in the past. You can see here, we ended up winning the game 1-0. Craig Bannon with the goal came in the 6th minute. He did, however, pick up an injury. It was a fairly convincing performance and, well, it was a great way to go top of the league. So, yes, 16 games played in the league of the 38 games of the season. So, coming up to the halfway point, we're still unbeaten and it is very much looking like it's going to be ourselves and Ballymena at the top. Ard, who are in 3rd place, were predicted to be bottom of the league, so they are having a real season to remember right now. But yeah, the league itself is fairly close amongst all the teams, really. I'm hoping now we can really kick on with perhaps a slightly eased up schedule and get a few good results. Of course, to start the year, we've just been playing a ludicrous amount of football across all competitions. You know, in the last basically 4.5 months, we've played, I mean, you can probably work it out based on how many games our goalkeepers have played. Yeah, in the last 4.5 months, we've played 34 matches, which is pretty unprecedented. I mean, you can see, looking at the total number of appearances for our team, the numbers are pretty darn high here. Anyway, today it is the County Antrim Shield final. I've just noticed we've got Harley Johnson on international duty, but additionally, we can only have 5 subs for this competition, so we've got to make a few little changes there. But yes, for today's game against Crusaders, I'm going to be putting faith in the players that got us this far in the County Antrim Shield, and that means playing some players who you guys don't often get to see. So I feel like we'll do a little rundown of them. In goal, of course, we have Lucas Grant, joined us in the summer as one of our international players. The Swedish under-21 looks like a very good player. I'm hoping he's going to be able to improve this year. Obviously, 4 clean sheets in 5 league games is a pretty good return. But at £1.5 million, I'm hoping he can improve a little bit more than he has already. At the back, we are going to play Neco Williams at right back. Although he has featured fairly heavily in the first team, when everyone is fit, I do see him very much as our second choice right back. But he's, of course, very, very good there. At the centre of the pitch, we've got Robert Downey, a.k.a. the Iron Man himself. 17 years young, looking exceptional. Has improved a lot this year, but has nowhere near improved as much as Crawford, who has had growth spurt after growth spurt this year. I mean, look at this. I've noticed this in FM a few times this year, where players have these weird growth spurts when it comes to jumping reach. His jumping reach went from 11 to 12.3 in 1 month. You can see in that month there was an improvement kind of across the board in a few areas. You can see his stamina improved significantly. But yes, Crawford here, he could be knocking on the first team spot at centre-back before the season's over. If we just compare him to Morrison as a comparison, you can kind of see the difference between them here. There is really not a huge difference between them, and Crawford is 2 years younger, so I mean, watch this space. That could be an interesting area to keep an eye out on. Cyborg at left back has just been improving a lot. We've already looked at him fairly recently, but he looks superb. I'm hoping he's going to continue to improve. In the midfield, it's the third of our international players. It's Liotta. At 18 years old, he is improving a hell of a ton. It's a recurring theme here. Obviously, the blessing of this packed schedule is that everyone in the first team gets first team football, and that is vital to all their developments. So, of course, with us having the long-term aim by the end of next season to have half of our first team homegrown at club, I feel like we're well on the way to doing that. Of course, Janeel Bennett out on the left for us. He's not really improved so much. We're going to have O'Donnell playing down the middle. Again, another player perhaps hasn't improved as much as you'd want. I feel like a lot of the improvement has come at the back. Pesteridge, of course, going to be the lone striker for us today. And now on the right-hand side, we are going to go with Lil. I think. Do I want to go with Lil? You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to go with O'Connor. Controversial last-minute change. I'm going to go with O'Connor just because I want to get him a bit more first-team football. He's not played as much as some of the other players. Him and Lil have kind of been swapping in and out on the left-hand side. There is even an argument to suggest I swap him with Pesteridge. Pesteridge we've been training to play at left inside forward. He is either-footed, so he's pretty versatile as a player. And I think O'Connor deserves to play up top. So actually, this is what we're going to go with. So that's the team. On the bench, a few first-team players. Lil, Justin Wright, Simon Carlisle, McCoy, Sam Robinson. Of these, perhaps the most unusual, Simon Carlisle, the player who I'm keen to continue to give first-team football to. You can see he's made 17 appearances this year, 9 starts, 8 off the bench. And at 17 years old, and a young 17-year-old at that, really, this development and this first-team football is going to be invaluable to kind of his continued progression. But anyway, let's get into today's game against Crusaders. As I alluded to, they've caused us problems in the past. They are a team that we can't afford to underestimate. In terms of their team, you can see it here, a number of regens. Heatley, I think he's kind of one of their best players. I mean, you can see how good he is here, the 34-year-old, very, very experienced. Their key player apparently is Sean McQuaid, who looks pretty solid, to be honest, out on the right-hand side. Very, very quick. We're going to have to be wary of him. He is also their club captain. And, well, let's see how we go on into this game. Hopefully, we can win it. Of course, that's the aim. We've had not the most convincing of performances in the last few live comms against significantly stronger opposition. Today, I feel like we have a chance to score a few. Of course, great as well for you guys to get to see some of the rotated 11 in action. These players, whilst you're not seeing them week in and episode out, they are very much important parts of the first team who play regularly, and they definitely deserve to have the spotlight thrown on them because I have no doubt that there will be at least a few faces in this team that make their way into the starting 11 over the next few years, as we do strive, as I mentioned, by the end of our 5th year to have half of our first team homegrown at club. And actually, that is a target that we are very much on target to hit right now, which is particularly exciting. Anyway, 20 minutes gone in this game. We've dominated possession. We've dominated pretty much every statistic except the one that matters, goals. It remains 0-0. We have a chance here though. Cyborg inside to Pestridge. Cyborg might be able to pick this up. He does. Lays it to Glenn Dining. Have a go, Glenn! Wide off the mark. A curved ranged shot. I think Johns did have it covered in goal, and while we're going straight into another highlight here, Cyborg wins it. Then the Otter follows up. He leaps like a seal, but he's as feisty as an otter in the middle of the pitch. What does that even mean? Janelle Bennett to Neco Williams. Whips it in. Lovely header. Lovely goal. Paul O'Connor with it. It's only his 6th of the season. I'd love to see him kick on now and get a few more goals for us. Of course, has played out on the left and as a striker throughout this year, kind of wherever he's been needed. Also great to see Neco Williams get an assist there. Just a lovely ball in, driven to the back post with power. O'Connor leaped high for it, and when he leaped highest, to nod it home. Finds the back of the net, 1-0 up. You'd have to say we deserve it based on how this game's gone thus far, and we're on the attack once more potentially here. They do win the ball back. Cleared away, but only as far as Neco Williams, who's already shown he can be dangerous. Janelle Bennett inside. Williams was on the overlap, and well, in behind, he's left some space now on that overlap. The ball switched to Nixon. We need to be wary of this counter-attack. It's hit. Grant in goal. What a save that is. I mean, would Jared Thompson have stopped it? Probably not, if we're being completely realistic. It was a great little save by him there, but it's not completely over here. The Iron Man himself, Robert Downey, gonna head it clear. No nonsense by him. I don't think we can hit them on the counter, but let's see if we can. Janelle Bennett, I mean, all that running for absolutely nothing. You've wasted all your energy there, Janelle, and you've only got yourself to blame. 40 minutes gone, though. 1 goal to the good. If we could get another before half-time, we'd be in Wonderland, really. Glenn Dining with it. The fan club erupt. Switches the play to the Cyborg. Goes out wide to Pestridge. He can hit them from here. He can hit them. He hits the woodwork. O'Connor with the rebound, but it's going to be offside. Didn't celebrate that one too much. Of course, showed how alive and alert he can be to the rebound against Manchester United. Was he off? Marginally. It wasn't a massive amount in it, but it was the right decision by the Lino. Fair play to him. Half-time, 1-0. We've been by far and away the better team. We just need a few more goals. I'm going to tell the boys I'm unhappy with them. I don't want complacency to slip in here. Crusaders have a few players who do just have an ounce of quality about them. You know, they can pull something out of the top drawer out of nothing, and we need to be wary of that as this game goes on. With us only having 5 subs as well, our kind of changes are a little limited. Pestridge hasn't had the best game out on the left. You know what? We're bringing Justin Wright. It's going to be crew player for crew player. And I'm also going to move Justin Wright into the striker role. Wright has had a few little issues with injury as of late. He picked up a bruised knee in training. He is trying to force a move by request. You can see all the teams interested in him. I don't really want to sell him. I mean, you can see how much he's improved here. He's not your traditional pacey lone striker, but he's an intelligent, physical lone striker, and I really like him in our system. And I kind of, you know, obviously with Keandra Simmons leaving last summer, Wright was the player I was hoping was going to stick around and be the long-term solution there. But with all these teams interested, I've perhaps got to be just a teeny tiny bit wary. Anyway, 15 minutes left. Let's make a couple more changes. I'm going to take off Janelle Bennett out on the right-hand side and bring in Lil. I think we'll move Glenn Dining to a more advanced position, and I'm then going to take off Liotta, bring in Simon Carlisle, the youngster, give him some minutes. But yeah, this has been a very good performance till this point. I don't want to jinx it too soon. There's still time for them to get a goal against the run of play, but really, besides scoring another goal or two, I can't really criticise this performance too much. We've been relatively good here. Glenn Dining trying to switch the play, does so to Lil. He's now going to run at them. Of course, trying to cut in from that right-hand side, but is right-footed, so it always leaves him at a bit of a disadvantage. Glenn Dining pulling the strings from deep, goes to the Cyborg, to O'Connor, who might be able to have a go here, hits the woodwork, would have been a really good goal, and not for the first time, the woodwork comes to the rescue for Crusaders here. We do perhaps have a second opportunity here. Glenn Dining, crunching tackle made on him by Strain. Still 3 minutes left in this game. They're on the attack, of course. This is the final. It would go to extra time if they could make something happen. They are surging forward with men. Who was that who put in the tackle? Lil? I mean, I did not know he had that in his defensive locker, but what a tackle that is. Now can we make something come of it? It all started with Lille. Puts the ball into a dangerous area, dinks it over the top more. You thought for a second he might get caught out with possession. He doesn't. He deals with it okay. But back to Lille here. Surging forward, takes on one, drives at the defence, hits it. I mean, what a goal that is. It all comes from a defensive moments of brilliance by Lille. And, well, in the same passage of play, really, he has scored a worldie. What a goal that is to score to wrap up this final now. Gets the ball maybe 10 yards inside his own half, still 40 yards from goal, takes it between two, takes on the centre-back, opens it up on that weaker foot of his, tucks it into the bottom corner. Crawford's been given the assist. He doesn't deserve an assist for that. He played no role in making the magic happen there. And well, we have a chance for another maybe. Ball whipped in. Cleared as far as O'Donnell, who hits it narrowly wide. Really good chance for us there to get a third. Unfortunately, just wide of the post, but it's all over. It's GG here, and we're going to take the cup and the shield, and we're going to celebrate it. It's the 4th year in a row we've won this. It's not been the most convincing of games. Of course, our second 11 here, showing us what they're made of, though. A good little performance as far as I'm concerned. This confetti falls down. Not the first bit of silverware we got this year. Of course, we had the charity shield earlier on. But nevertheless, a great trophy to win. You can see here, we dominated the game. Just a little tip. If you want to watch the stadium tour, you can do so here. You can just click on the pitch and watch the players go round. It's a sight to be seen. Although all the fans are frozen in time, so make of that what you will. Also, that's a very black trophy. Anyway, we've won the game there. It doesn't look like that trophy's made of metal. Great win, boys. We will take that all day, every way. That is all day, every day, not all day, every way. Although every way, I guess we will take it too. That sounds wrong. Celebrating the double, great. The 2 trophies we've won thus far, not really the highest ones in terms of the ones on my agenda. We've got bigger fish to fry in the league is where we're going to shift our focus next time out. Anyway, guys, I said the league's where we're going to focus. It's not. We've got the Europa League. Next time out, it will be the game against Ludogorets. We've got a little bit of a break before that, so hopefully we can come into that game nice and fresh. That may well be the end of our European campaign. If we can get a result there, the episode after that, it will be Lille. And then we really have the league to focus on, where obviously the fixture schedule really does start to ease up, which is particularly nice. You can see just, it's mad how top-heavy the season is here. If you just remove kind of, I guess, friendlies, so there are no competitions here. I mean, just through scrolling down, you can see we're about halfway through the season after the split, and it feels like we've barely really got the season started. It's a little bit mad how all the fixtures pile up here. Still 22 games left of the league season. Is it 22? Can I do maths? I can do maths. It is 22 league games left, but yeah, the Europa League as well will be next time out. I do hope you've enjoyed today's double header. Next game out against Ludogorets. We really need a win, probably by a few goals as well, and then potentially Lille to follow. It's still all to play for, but we really are not in control of our own destiny at this point after the 2 results against Manchester United. Anyway, guys, that is all from me today. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, do leave a like on it. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.